Hi and hello Rays fans, and welcome to this presentation of Rays Baseball. Your Tampa Bay Rays at 4-8 against the Cleveland Indians at 7-6. First game of this final series in the opening road trip. Tyler Glasnow on the mound for the Rays against Aaron Civale of the Indians. On the bump for Cleveland, Aaron Civale is 1-0 on the season with a 4.09 ERA. In his last start, he got a win against the Detroit Tigers, going 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, and 7 strikeouts. The first man in the Rays lineup he will face today is the lefty Joey Wendle.
Leading off tonight for Tampa Bay, the second baseman, Joey.
Wendle is batting .269 on the season, no home runs, and a few runs knocked in. And the first pitch from Civale is going to be taken for ball 1. And so this Rays lineup leading off at second base, Joey Wendle. Batting second in left field, Hunter Renfroe. Batting third, the first baseman, Ji-Man Choi. Batting cleanup, the DH, Brandon Lau. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Austin Meadows. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier. Batting seventh, the catcher, Michael Perez. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Yandy Diaz. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Willy Adames. Rays losing their last series against the Red Sox 2-1. Won the first game, lost the next 2. They've got 4 against the Indians here before returning home. They're going to play the Astros and the Blue Jays before heading back out. The 1-2 to Wendle is low and blocked. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Wendle. The pitch from Civale is going to be swung on and missed. And the throw to first is good to complete the out. So the leadoff man is away. And with 1 out and nobody on, the left fielder Hunter Renfroe is up next. Renfroe is .289 on the year. Takes that first pitch for strike 1. 1 batter faced, 1 strikeout for Aaron Civale. The 0-1 to Renfroe is swung on and missed. Could it go? It's gone. The Rays in the first inning take a lead on a solo shot by Hunter Renfroe, his 5th of the year. He's batting second in the order today. Gives the Rays a little bit of hope as they lead here early, 1-0. .420 feet is the distance on that solo blast. Nearly 110 miles an hour off the bat. Hunter Renfroe giving the Rays the jolt that they needed. Is now with 1 out and nobody on. Ji-Man Choi comes to the plate. Choi is batting .250 on the year. The 1-0 from Civale is inside for ball 2. Interesting different lineup by Kevin Cash today. Having Hunter Renfroe in the second spot. That's the first time he has batted there this year. As that pitch is swung on and fouled by Choi. Hunter Renfroe has played a couple games at leadoff, mainly cleanup. Against the righty Civale, the Cash goes with the lefty Wendle at leadoff. And then Brandon Lau for the first time this year in the cleanup spot himself. The 2-2 to Choi is swung on and missed. So Civale picks up his second strikeout of the inning, and there is 2 gone. That will bring up the cleanup man, the DH Brandon Lau, getting a day off from playing in the field. It'll be Joey Wendle taking his spot at second base. But crucial part of this Rays lineup. He's up there for the team lead in home runs. He's got 3 on the season. 5-game hitting streak for him. A big part of that last series against the Boston Red Sox. including an error in the bottom of the 11th yesterday that ended up being the go-ahead run as the Red Sox walked it off in the 11th inning on an RBI single by Peraza. He takes strike 2 there. And Aaron Civale is 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Outside of that one pitch that he hung out to Hunter Renfroe, he has looked pretty sharp. 2 strikeouts already in the inning. The 1-2 to Lau is outside for ball 2. So we're going to have to wait at least another pitch. As Brandon Lau trying to work an at-bat against Cleveland's righty. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. So Aaron Civale picks up 3 strikeouts in the inning. He did allow a solo home run to Hunter Renfroe, though. The Rays take an early 1-0 lead. And on the mound for the Rays, it is Tyler Glasnow. He's 1-1 on the year with a 1.42 ERA. In his last start, he picked up a win against the Texas Rangers, going 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs allowed, a walk, and 4 struck out. Rays would love to get a good start out of him today. Another 7 innings would be absolutely perfect, as the bullpen has been under a lot of stress in that Boston Red Sox series. And it will be Cesar Hernandez putting down the bunt, but it will go foul. The switch hitting second baseman is leading things off for the Indians. Batting .255 on the year. See if he tries to lay down another one on an 0-1. The pitch fouled away. So the Indians lineup, as we said, leading off the second baseman Cesar Hernandez. Batting second, the DH Oscar Mercado. Batting third, the shortstop Francisco Lindor. Batting cleanup, the right fielder Framil Reyes. Batting fifth, the third baseman Jose Ramirez. Batting sixth, the center fielder Delino DeShields Jr. Batting seventh, the first baseman Carlos Santana. Batting eighth, the left fielder Domingo Santana. And catching and batting ninth is Roberto Perez. The 1-2 is going to be swung on and missed, blocked by Perez, and he will throw to Choi in time to complete the strikeout. So Glasnow picking up an early strikeout against Cesar Hernandez, and that will bring up the designated hitter Oscar Mercado, who is batting .214 on the season. That first pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. A lot of switch hitters in this lineup for Cleveland. Cesar Hernandez was a switch hitter. Francisco Lindor, the switch hitter. Jose Ramirez and Carlos Santana. So that makes 4 switch-hitted bats in this lineup. So hard to match up against them, as Kevin Cash, as we know, loves to do. The 2-1 pitch to Mercado is taken. A curveball for strike 2. 2 balls in, 2 strikes. The count even to the DH. The pitch is going to be popped and flared for a base hit. A diving play by Kiermaier. He cannot get to it. It rolls to the wall. Hunter Renfroe will go to the track to pick it up. He's going to be waved around to home. The throw is not in time. And inside the park home run for Oscar Mercado. A diving attempt for Kevin Kiermaier. If he had just let it fall right in front of him, it would have just been a single. It gets past him. It goes all the way to the wall. And the Rays cannot get the throw in time. So in an exciting first inning, it's now tied 1 run apiece. An inside the park home run for Oscar Mercado. And with the bases empty and 1 gone, that'll bring up the Indian star shortstop Francisco Lindor. Kevin Kiermaier, the all-world center fielder, always tries to make the extra play, as he did there. Was to the Rays' detriment, as instead of a single, Oscar Mercado turns it into an inside the park homer, the first of the year allowed by the Rays. And for our sake, hopefully the last. Glasnow's got a 2-1 to the switch hitting Lindor. Lindor hitting lefty in this instance against the righty Glasnow, as that pitch is barely inside for ball 3. 3-1. They count to Lindor. The pitch from Glasnow is going to be low for ball 4, so it'll be a walk issued to Lindor to give the Indians another base runner with 1 gone. First walk of the day issued by Tyler Glasnow. That at bat got away from Glasnow a little bit there. A lot of pitches right on the border. Some good takes by Lindor, and that'll bring up the cleanup man, Franmil Reyes. Reyes is batting .308 on the season. He's got a man at first with 1 out. That pitch is taken inside for ball 1. So Tyler Glasnow's got to calm down a little bit. Struggling a bit with his control now. He picked up a strikeout in the first man he faced, but has struggled since then. A hit, a strikeout, and a walk all in this inning so far for Glasnow. He's already at 15 pitches with only 1 out recorded, as that one is swung on and missed. Got him with the, looked like a slider or maybe a changeup there outside the zone. Got Reyes to wave and miss at it. So the count even at 1-1, 1 man on, 1 out, tied at 1 in the first, and that one is going to be fouled away for strike 2. The 1-2 now from Glasnow is going to be high, taken for ball 2. So Glasnow continuing to pitch around the Indians cleanup man. He's now got a 2-2 count. The pitch is going to be swung on and fouled. 28th pitch upcoming from Glasnow. It'll be a 2-2 to the right fielder, Reyes. The throw to first is not in time, as Glasnow is trying to limit Lindor's lead at first base. The speedy shortstop, a threat to steal, no doubt. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Reyes will be out on strike, second of the inning for Glasnow, and there's 2 gone here in the first inning, as he looks to calm down a little bit after allowing that inside the park homer. He'll now face the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Ramirez is batting .321 on the year. The first pitch to him is taken for ball 1. So the Indians may be watching some tape on Glasnow, taking a lot of these pitches here early. The 1-0 here to Ramirez is low, just low for ball 2. 11 balls, 11 strikes in this inning for Glasnow. Certainly not what he was hoping for. He's got his work cut out for him today against a tough Indians lineup. The 2-0 is inside for ball 3, so potentially another at-bat getting away from Glasnow here with 2 gone and 1 on. The 3-0 is going to be low. A 4-pitch walk to Jose Ramirez. It's the second of the inning for Tyler Glasnow, and that'll get men at first and second with 2 gone here in the first. And that will bring up the center fielder, Delino DeShields Jr. 5-game hitting streak for him. He's batting .364 on the season. An impressive start for him. It's been a busy first inning. Hunter Renfroe in the top of the frame with a solo shot. And now Cleveland with an inside the park homer. And a couple of walks later, the Indians get the go-ahead run in scoring position. The 1-0 pitch to DeShields is swung on, and it'll be foul. Count moves to a ball and a strike. A good shot there at the beautiful Progressive Field here in Cleveland. The only time probably the Rays will be here this year. The 1-1 pitch is taken for strike 2, and now Tyler Glasnow is a strike away from getting out of the inning He's given up a couple of walks. He's stricken out a pair. Be nice if he could get to 3 here. The 1-2 pitch is taken outside for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. The Rays give up a run here on an inside the park home run. Taylor Glasnow strikes out 3 and walks 2. It's a busy first inning. We're tied at 1. Getting things started for the Rays here in the second inning. The right fielder Austin Meadows will bat first. Meadows is just 191 on the season. He's off to a cold start as that pitch is popped up. The right fielder goes back, and it's gone. Another solo home run by the Rays in this game. This one for Austin Meadows, his second homer of the year as he looks to get out of a slump. Good showing by the Rays lineup early. They're up 2-1. A good hit right off the bat. The right fielder Reyes goes back. There's nothing he can do as it heads into the front row seats in right field. Second hit, second run of the day allowed by Aaron Savall. That'll bring up Kevin Kiermaier. Made an error, led to a home run of the Indian zone. Kiermaier is just 189 on the year. Another guy looking to get out of a bit of a cold streak. The 0-1 pitch to him is going to be fouled away. So he's down in a hurry. No balls to 2 strikes. Something we see with him a lot. He's really good at getting behind in counts early. He's going to look to protect here on an 0-2. The pitch from Savall is swung on and missed on a dirty pitch. Got way inside. Hard to track for Kiermaier, so he's out on strikes. 4th of the day, first of all. A strikeout-heavy day so far for these pitchers. So there's 1 gone in the second. That will bring up the catcher, Michael Perez, who is batting .250 on the year. He's got a hitting streak of his own. Not something you expect to see from a Rays catcher. He's been primarily the starting catcher for the Rays after Zunino went down with that finger ligament injury. Chris Herman was also called up. He started the first couple days after Zunino went down, but was a bit ineffective at the plate. Kevin Cash made the decision to move to Perez, and while Perez has struggled a bit behind the dish as a catcher, he's been good at the plate with a bat in his hand. As that 1-1 is popped up, chased by the left fielder, and he will get there in time to retire Perez. So there's 2 gone now in the second inning. Domingo Santana there on the putout. And with 2 gone, that will bring up the third baseman Yandy Diaz to the plate. Diaz 143 on the year. He was 0 for his first 20 to start the season, but has really picked things up in the series against Boston. Had several hits. He's got his batting average, as we said, all the way up to 143. He bats now with the bases empty and 2 gone, bottom part of the order. The shortstop Adames is batting 9th today. A first for him. The 1-0 to Diaz is taken for strike 1. While Savall has hung a couple bad pitches that the Rays have taken the distance, he's had a lot of nasty off-speed stuff too that have fooled the Rays hitters. The 1-1 to Diaz is swung on and fouled away. So now Savall one strike away from getting out of the inning. He's given up a solo home run in both the first 2 innings. The 1-2 here to Diaz is fouled. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. 29th pitch upcoming for Savall. It's been a busy day so far in Cleveland. The 1-2 is a good take by Diaz. The pitch broke outside in a hurry, as Diaz looking to prove his eye at the plate. Count even at 2-2. The pitch now from Savall is taken inside. Another good take by Diaz. He's got a full count now against the Indians starting pitcher. The payoff pitch is going to be grounded, picked up by the second baseman, who turns and flips to first in time to retire Diaz. A good play defensively by Cesar Hernandez. Rays pick up another run on a solo shot by Meadows. They take the lead once again. It's 2-1 Rays. And leading off this second inning for the Cleveland Indians, it is the first baseman Carlos Santana. Santana batting .240 on the year. A Silver Slugger award winner at that first base position just a season ago. He takes that pitch. First strike one. You see the shift there for the Rays. Diaz shifting inside. The second baseman Wendell between first and second base. Adama is covering the second base bag up the middle. The 0-1 to Santana is taken for strike two. So Tyler Glasnow may be coming out into this second inning with a different approach. Trying to throw strikes early and often in the count. He's got an 0-2 to Santana here. The pitch is taken a bit inside. Taylor Glasnow's fastball appears to be on. That one at 98 miles per hour. He's got a 1-2 count to the Indian slugger Santana, as that one is well inside. Blocked by Perez. Santana's got the count even here at 2-2. The pitch is swung on, grounded right to third baseman Diaz. Throws to first to retire Santana, so there's one gone. Carlos hitting right into the shift. 5-3 on the putout. And with one gone, that'll bring up Domingo Santana. Santana on a 9-game inning streak. He's batting nearly 400. 395 the average for him. So this lineup for the Indians top to bottom is lethal. As he drives that first pitch, the left fielder Renfroe is going to go back to the track. And that ball is going to be gone. Make that 10 games in a row. A hit for the left fielder Domingo Santana. He goes deep in this inning. So now 4 combined home runs for the two teams. We're knotted up at 2 in the second inning. His third of the season. Only the second hit of the day by Glasnow. Both have been home runs. That one into the left field seats. Renfroe went back but could only watch. And with the bases cleared and one out, that'll bring up the catcher, Roberto Perez. He's batting .242 on the season, so no slouch at the plate for the Indians catcher either. 6 runs batted in on the season. Looks like it's going to be another long day for these pitchers. The 1-0 is taken for strike one. Both teams nearly at the bottom of their lineups. And that one grounded right to Choi. Gets past him. It looks like it's going to be a 1-out single for the catcher, Perez. As the Indians with a base runner would go back to the top of their lineup. Got right past Choi. Just couldn't get the glove lined up on the baseball. And as we saw yesterday, giving a team extra outs is often detrimental. A base hit allowed to Perez. That is the third of the day for Glasnow. It doesn't look like they're going to rule an error. Didn't touch his glove or anything like that. Really a rare thing to see a defensive miscue at first base for Choi, as he has been so good there the last couple of seasons. Of course, I mean last season and so far this year. He came over in 2018 during the summer in a trade from the Brewers that sent Brad Miller to Milwaukee. Choi primarily spent the rest of the 2018 season as the designated hitter. Didn't play in the field at all. And then in 2019, started on opening day at first base and kept the position. Nate Lowe spent some time there as well, but that was about it. Yandy Diaz played some first base. So Cesar Hernandez is back up. He struck out in his first time against Glasnow. He's got a man on first with 1 out. The 2-2 count from Glasnow is swung on and fouled away. Catlow remaining 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. A busy stat line for Glasnow is that one is going to be driven foul as well. So Hernandez just looking to prolong his at-bat. Already 44 pitches for Glasnow, as that one is swung on and missed for the 4th strikeout for Glasnow. Second of Hernandez. And that will bring up the DH Oscar Mercado, who, if you remember, scored on an inside-the-park home run in his first at-bat. Not sure. That could have been rolled a single and then an error by Kiermaier To me, looked like a clean inside the park homer. As he fouls that pitch away. He's got a man on first with 2 outs. Looks like it's going to be another short stint for a Rays starter, as Blake Snell yesterday only went 4. Not sure how this bullpen is going to be able to keep this up. Not to mention, it's a tie game here in the second. The 0-1 to Mercado is swung on and popped up. It'll be Choi underneath of it. So that will end the inning for the Indians. They pick up a run on a solo shot by Domingo Santana. He extends his hitting streak to 10 games. We're tied up at 2 after 2. And to round the lineup out for the Rays, it will be the 9-hole hitter, the shortstop Willy Adames, up first in the third. Adames is 167 on the year. He takes that first pitch from Savall for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is inside. Depending on how these next couple innings go, it looks like the Rays will probably go to their bullpen first. Savall only had 33 pitches. Glass now nearly at the 50 mark through 2. So unless he can really calm down and get batters out in a hurry, probably on pace for 4 or 5 innings, depending on how Cash wants to be as far as stretching him out. As that one is just in there for strike 2. Looked a bit inside. Adames taking some pitches here in this at-bat, trying to get a good view of Savall. The 2-2 is swung on and fouled away. That ball drifting into the seats down the third baseline. Count remains 2-2. Rays go back to the top of the lineup next. Adames trying to do something here. Has a good take there. Check swing. Will bring the count full at 3-2. Joey Wendell getting warmed up. The payoff to Adames is going to be a base hit. It gets down in the gap in right center. That one dropped by the center fielder. And Adames trying to stretch it for 2. And he will get there in time. Call it a leadoff double. No, it'll be a single and an error on the center fielder to Shields. So a leadoff single. But Adames does get to second base. Top of the lineup, the Rays go. It'll be Joey Wendell as he takes that first pitch for strike 1. Third hit of the day for the Rays, as they look to take the go-ahead run. Wendell 0 for 1, struck out in his first time against Savall. And that foul ball will bring him to 0-2 in a hurry. But the Rays are at the top of their lineup, so they'll get a good chance to bring Adames home. Wendell striking out on 3 pitches. It's his second time of the day going out on strikes. 5th of the day, first of all, and there's one gone here in this third inning. That'll bring Hunter Renfroe to the plate, who homered in his first at-bat against Savall. Fouls that one away for strike 1. After going a bit quiet the last couple of games, Renfroe striking early in this one with a home run in just the second at-bat of the game. Swings and misses to bring this count to 0-2. In a hurry as well, as Savall is now picking things up after giving up a leadoff single. To 0-2 to Renfroe. Hunter's not going to bite at that one. Just a heavy spin rate on these off-speed by Savall. The 1-2 to Renfroe. Another one taken outside. So Renfroe refusing to bite on the last couple of pitches. Count even at 2-2. Adames at second. The pitch from Savall is fouled away. Count will stay at 2-2. G-Man Choi is up next, followed by Brandon Lau. The 2-2 to Renfroe is another ball taken outside. Pitches that got Renfroe early in that bat. He made a mid-at-bat adjustment. Started taking those pitches. Looks like he might have identified Savall a little bit here. He's got a full count. The payoff pitch is going to be fouled. So Renfroe just prolonging this at-bat. batting in the 2 slot today. He's 1 for 1 with a home run. Another payoff pitch from Cheval. And it's going to be another foul. 50th pitch already upcoming for Cheval. Both teams, as we mentioned, an early call to the bullpen. The payoff pitch to Renfroe is going to be grounded to the third baseman, who throws to first to put out Renfroe. Fell off the bag, but I guess it got there in time, so there'll be 2 gone. Adames will stay at second base. Jose Ramirez to Carlos Santana on the putout of Renfroe, as that one goes 5-3. That'll bring up G-Man Choi with 2 gone. Choi with a strikeout against Cheval first. He's got a runner, the go-ahead runner, in scoring position. Adames at second. It was a leadoff single. An error by the center fielder Chevelle allowed him to stretch it for 2. The 0-1 here to Choi is fouled away. So, just like that, Cheval 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. 5 strikeouts, 3 hits, no walks yet. The 0-2 to Choi is fouled away as Choi just looking to stay alive. Only 6 balls, 16 strikes. A lot of those balls were taken by Renfroe in a lengthy at-bat. The 0-2 here to Choi is inside for ball 1. The 1-2 here, about in the same spot, taken inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. Another good at-bat that the Rays have gotten working in this 3rd inning. Rays hitters trying to figure out the pitcher Cheval the second time through the order. The 2-2 pitch here to Choi he's able to check his swing impressively as that ball goes outside. Another full count. The slugger Lau is on deck, the cleanup man. Would love to see Choi trying to work a walk maybe here to bring up Lau. The payoff pitch here to Choi is going to be low for ball 4. So yes, Choi does work a walk. It's the first of the day issued by Cheval. That'll give 2 base runners for the Rays here with 2 outs, bringing up the cleanup man, Brandon Lau. Lau is 0 for 1 with a strikeout against Cheval. 3 homers, 6 runs batted in on the year. Has a 7th potential RBI in scoring position as he takes that first pitch for strike 1. And really, I don't want us to go by without talking about it. G-Man Choi in an 0-2 count ends up working a walk, bringing a full count and taking a pitch low. So, an impressive batter's eye shown by G-Man Choi there. The 0-1 here to Lau, and a pitch he could have taken low. A late swing and a miss has him in an 0-2 count. Cheval, 60th pitch upcoming, 1 strike away. The 0-2 is outside for ball 1. Another potential for some situational hitting here early. The 1-2 to Lau is fouled away as he tries to stay alive. Lau not one to take many pitches, as the Rays have certainly driven up Cheval's pitch count. The 1-2 here to Lau, and they're going to ring him up there. Looks like he might have went around. The pitch could have been in the zone regardless. Rays got a couple men on. The strikeout of Lau there ends the threat. We're tied at 2. Bottom of the 3rd next. And leading off this inning for the Indians, it is the shortstop Francisco Lindor. Worked a walk against Glasnow in his first at-bat. His first plate appearance, I should say, as walks are not counted towards the at-bat statistic. The first pitch to Lindor is outside for ball 1. Lindor in his career is just 1 for 6 against Glasnow. I assume those all would have taken place last season. Maybe won in 2018 as Glasnow came over in the trade deadline. Late in the 2018 season, as we all know, Ray sent Chris Archer to the Pittsburgh Pirates in exchange for Tyler Glasnow, Austin Meadows, and a prospect to be named later, who later became Shane Baz, a pitcher who's highly touted in the Rays minor league system. A potential to see him this year, I suppose, depending on how things shake out. The rotation has been pretty good. Morton has been good. Snell has been pretty good. Glasnow as well, as we're seeing today, has given up a couple of runs early. And then Chirinos and Yarbrough rounding out the rotation. We'll actually see both of them in the next 2 days, as that pitch is grounded and it's going to go foul. We'll see Chirinos tomorrow, Yarbrough the day after that, and in the getaway, it'll be Morton. As Lindor pops that one up, it'll be Perez under it to retire him. So Lindor working a full count, ends up popping out to the catcher, and that'll be one gone in the third. And that will bring up the cleanup man, the right fielder, Franmil Reyes. Reyes is 0 for 1 with a strikeout today against Glasnow. As that first pitch is carried, and that one is going to go. Third home run of the day, second one out of the park. A bit of a rough going here for Glasnow. Third shot for Reyes this season, as the Indians take a 3-2 lead in the third inning. Fourth hit of the day for Glasnow. As trying to throw strikes early in counts can get you, if you can't put them in the right spots against a slugger. This is a bit of a murderer's row for the Indians. Rough going here for Glasnow. He's given up 3 runs early. He's going to face Jose Ramirez now with the bases empty and only 1 gone, as Ramirez worked a walk in his first plate appearance against Glasnow. There's a potential this could be the last time Ramirez will face him, as at 56 pitches, a potential for a call to bullpen. I don't think Brendan McKay could go in another bulk inning spot, as he has done so frequently in their recent goings. They don't have any other bulk relievers ready, but they're going to have to tie together some form of outs, as that one is absolutely blasted by Jose Ramirez. It's going to be back-to-back home runs given up by Glasnow in this third inning. Indians take a 2-run lead. It's 4-2. As they are really hitting things out of the park. The 4th home run of the day for the Indians. 6th on the year for Ramirez. As Glasnow, potential could be on his way out. He's already given up 4 earned runs. That 1.42 ERA, I can guarantee you, is going to be going up. 5th hit allowed by Glasnow. And that will bring up the center fielder, DeShields, who puts down a bunt, charged by the third baseman, Diaz. He cannot get a hold of it. And just like that, it's going to be a bunt single for DeShields. No fault of Glasnow there. Gives up his 6th hit, though. Interesting to see how they rule that. I called it a bunt single, but probably an error charged to Diaz. We'll call it an E5, as it looked to be a routine play. Your somewhat official score here in the booth in Progressive Field. As now, when the Rays could have looked to be able to get out of this easily, another base runner for the Indians, bringing up yet another slugger for Cleveland. It's Carlos Santana here. That one in there for strike 1. And the Rays are a bit of a rough going. They're 4-8 on the year. tied for 4th in the American League East with the Orioles. They're 5 games back of the Yankees for first place. A Yankees team that swept the Rays about a week and a half ago. The 2-1 to Santana is inside for ball 3. The 3-1 here from Glasnow is going to be low for ball 4. Third walk of the day allowed by Glasnow. Indians pick up another base runner as they look to chase Glasnow early in this ball game. It is Brendan McKay warming up in the pen. His arm has got to be shot. He's pitched multiple innings. It's got to be at least in the last couple of games. Twice in that series against Boston. He's going to face a man in Domingo Santana, who homered off of Glasnow in his first at-bat. That result, again, would be absolutely detrimental. With men at first and second, Glasnow's got a lot of work left to do just to get out of this third inning. He's already given up 4 runs. This will probably be his last inning on the mound if he can even get out of it. He's only got an out in the third, as an early start by the Rays has been put out by the Indians, who have had a hotter start. 3 home runs out of the park, 1 homer inside, as Indians hitters have been busy rounding the bases all day today. The 1-2 to Santana will be fouled away, so the count will remain a ball and 2 strikes. Glasnow with 4 strikeouts today, would love to get one right here to get an out closer from getting out of this inning. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, so it will be the 5th strikeout for Glasnow. Exercises a bit of demons against a man who homered against him last. And with 2 gone and 2 on, the 9-hitter, the catcher, Roberto Perez, will come up. Although Perez is 1 for 1 with a single against Glasnow. 70th pitch upcoming for him. But that is fairly irrelevant, as I would say it's fairly certain this would be his last inning. It would almost be a miracle to get him out of it. He can put up the damage here, though. The Indians only lead 2 runs. We've got a lot of baseball left to play. It will be tough, though, for the Rays, as their bullpen is going to have a lot of work to do. The 1-1 here to Perez is swung on and fouled away. So Glasnow just needing 1 more strike to put this inning to bed. He's given up a couple of homers and has let a couple more men on. The 1-2 is high. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch is in there for strike 3. Glasnow picks up his 6th strikeout. That'll likely be his last inning. He gives up a couple of home runs here. Indians take a 4-2 lead. We're through 3. And the Rays with a lot of work to do. They're down 2 here in the early goings. Top of the 4th, it'll be Brandon Lau to get things started. Austin Meadows, I should say. Meadows is 1 for 1 with a homer against Cheval. It'll be Meadows, Kiermaier, Perez, as the Rays in the middle part of their order. 5, 6, 7, the hitters scheduled to come up. Cheval's line so far, 3 hits, 6 stricken out, and 1 walked, as he's looking to give his team a bit of help. That pitch swung on and missed by Meadows. He's down 0-2. Indians not known for having the best bullpen. At this point, not known for having a great starting rotation either. They traded away Trevor Bauer last year. A couple of other big name pieces out of the door in Cleveland, including a starter who made his way to the Texas Rangers, as that ball looks like it'll be a base hit. He's going to have to run this one out, and he does. The throw not in time. It'll be a base hit for Meadows. Hitting away from the shift, something Meadows has had some success with. He picks up his 2nd hit of the day. He came into the game batting just 191, but is certainly heating up, maybe taking a bit of an exception to his 5th spot in the order. And with 1 on and no outs, they had to bring up Kevin Kiermaier. Kiermaier is 0 for 1 with a strikeout against Cheval. He is seeing the starter for the 2nd time up, as that was an ugly swing and miss for strike 1. Cheval himself nearing 70 pitches. Be interesting to see how much longer Terry Francona keeps him out there. The Indians, we haven't mentioned, are 7-6 on the season. They're a game back of first in 3rd place. It's a tie right now between the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. You would think the Chicago White Sox probably lurking around too with the improvements they've made in the recent years. The 1-2 to Kiermaier is swung on and popped up. The right fielder is going to go back. And that one is gone. We have a tie game here in Cleveland. A 2-run shot by Kiermaier is going to have us all knotted up at 4 in the 4th. His 3rd of the year. A single by Meadows and a blast by Kiermaier. The Rays have some work cut out for them on the pitching side of things, but the offense has been absolutely on point. 3rd home run of the day for the Rays, as they are keeping up pace with the Indians as far as the long ball is concerned. 4th hit of the day allowed by Cheval. 5th, I should say. And with the bases empty and no outs, Michael Perez comes up, who flew out to left in his first at-bat. Something we haven't seen a lot of. A tie game that's high scoring. Rays have 13 runs against the Rangers. A 5-4 win against Boston, but this game looks like it's at this pace, both teams could be at double digits as far as runs by the time it's all said and done, especially with the status of their bullpens, as that's going to be a routine grounder for Perez to put him out. So there's 1 gone in the 4th. It'll be 4-3 on the putout, and that'll bring up the 3rd baseman Yandy Diaz, who's 0 for 1. As he looks to crawl back up to the Mendoza line after an 0 for 20 start. The first pitch he sees from Cheval here is low for a ball. The 1-0 pitch here is fouled away. Count even here at a ball and a strike. Be interesting to see now in a tie game if you can risk bringing Glasnow out for another inning, as that's going to be another routine grounder to the 2nd baseman. A 2nd straight 4-3 out recorded by Diaz today. Bringing up the 9-man in the lineup, Willie Adames, who's 1 for 1 with a single. Who, if you remember, on an error, stretched it for 2. Rays could not bring him around in that inning. The first pitch to Adames is taken low for a ball. So now at this point it seems likely that Cheval will be brought out for a 5th. I would expect Glasnow to come out to finish his 4th frame. As you're going to need all the outs you can get, and in a tie game you can afford to take a risk like that. I don't see a need to go to the bullpen this early. Glasnow has only given you 3 innings. The 1-2 here to Adames is going to be popped up, and the right fielder will be under it. And that will retire the side. Rays tie things up on a 2-run shot by Kiermaier. That's going to be it for them, though. We're tied up 4-4. Bottom of the 4th next.
Your attention, please.
And it is a move to the bullpen for the Rays. Brendan McKay 4 appearances has an 8.53 ERA. They're going to need bulk innings out of him once again. Something he did a lot in that Boston series. Be interesting to see how his arm feels and if he can start throwing strikes. As that is a strikeout. A strike, I should say, for McKay. Glasnow will finish with 3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 4 runs allowed. As that pitch is popped up, and it will be Kiermaier. Actually, Wendell is under it to record the out. Not a good start for Glasnow as he head to the dugout. Rays are going to need another miracle from the bullpen. That'll bring up Oscar Mercado, who's 1 for 2 with the home run in this one. Was an inside the park homer, in fact. That first pitch is taken for ball 1. Count even out at a ball and a strike. Brendan McKay would at least, I would think, need to get 2 innings. That would get the Rays through 6. That'll be a swing and a miss for strike 2. The 1-2 pitch, outside. One thing I would say for McKay, if he's going to get through 2, he's not going to be able to afford to have these prolonged at-bats. In a 1-2 count like that, you got to put away a guy like Mercado at the top of the lineup. It's not going to get any easier with a guy like Lindor coming up next. As a swing and a miss, McKay picks up his first strikeout there. And in only 7 pitches, he's recorded 2 outs, so he's on good pace here. And with 2 gone and the bases empty, he's going to have to face the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. He's 0 for 1. Has also worked a walk. He fouls that first pitch away. So another first pitch strike for McKay. He's looking good so far. The 0-1 is swung on grounded, picked up by the second baseman, Wendell. His throw to the first will be good. 1-2-3 go the Indians in the bottom of the 4th. It's a 4-4 tie through 4. And Joey Wendell will come up as the Rays are at the top of their lineup here. Wendell 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. The Indians bring up Chevelle to start a 5th. They have Adam Plutko warming up in the pen. As that first pitch is going to get down for a base hit. It'll be a leadoff single for Joey Wendell. His first of the day. 6th overall for the Rays. As that one found a spot in left field. A leadoff single for Wendell will bring up Hunter Renfroe, who's 1 for 2 with the home run against Chevelle. Takes that first pitch for strike 1. He's batting nearly 300 on the season. 5 home runs in the early stretch, just 7 runs batted in. As you could not have asked for a better start for a man they got in a trade from the Padres. They sent Pham to the Padres, got Renfroe and the prospect Xavier Edwards in return. As that 0-2 is fouled away by Renfroe as he tries to stay alive. Not sure of how for how Pham is doing in San Diego, but I would have to say Rays fans are happy with the return. They finally got a slugger in this lineup. As that pitch is low, blocked by the catcher Perez. Wendell will stay at first base. An easy take there by Renfroe to make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch here is swung on and missed. So Renfroe strikes out for the first time. 7th strikeout for Chevelle. And that will be the first out of this inning. And up next, the first baseman Ji-Man Choi, 0 for 1 with a strikeout, has also worked a walk. He's got Wendell at first with 1 out. He takes that pitch high for ball 1. It looks like it will be Brendan McKay to throw in the 5th inning. As that one grounded, it's going to get into the gap for Choi. So 1 out single for G-Man. Has runners at first and second with only 1 gone. First hit of the day for Choi. 7th for the Rays. That'll bring up Brandon Lau, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Hopefully he can be like Wendell and break the pattern with a base hit. That would probably score Wendell, in fact. 90 pitches, first of all. This will be, you would got to think, his last inning if he gets out of it. Adam Plutko warming up in the pen. The 0-1 here to Lau is taken for ball 1. Brandon Lau is just 0-71 on the season with runners in scoring position. He's looking to change things here. Runners at first and second, 1 gone. Top of the 5th in a tie game, as that one is going to be absolutely demolished. It goes into the right field stands. It's a 3-run homer for Brandon Lau, his 4th of the year. Rays get a touchdown on the board in the 5th. They lead 7-4. And as we mentioned, Brandon Lau just 0-74 in the season with runners in scoring position. Changes the record there with an absolute blast of Adam Cheval. If you can even believe, the 4th home run of the day for Tampa Bay. As they get their bats here hot, and Terry Francona comes out to get Cheval out of the game. He gets the ball from him. It will probably be Plutko, we would assume. Cheval will finish with 8 hits, 7 strikeouts, and a walk. 7 earned runs charged to his name. He'll be in line for the loss. It'll be Adam Plutko on for Cleveland. 3 appearances and a 1.23 ERA. He's got a bases empty situation after that home run by Brandon Lau. He's going to face Austin Meadows, as we said, with the bases empty and 1 gone. Meadows himself has homered, part of a 4-blast effort to give the Rays a 3-1 lead. It's all in the bullpen now, as they have already replaced Tyler Glasnow. That one fouled away by Meadows. It seems for the Rays, that Boston series was a little bit in between, but prior to that, it was just when they're hot, and when they're not, they're not. Talking about this Rays offense. Today, they're definitely hot. 7 runs here already in the 5th. The 1-2 is going to be fouled away. Meadows is 2 for 2. A home run and a single, as he has been heating up himself. The 1-2 pitch now is fouled away. He's going to have to face Cleveland's one of their better relievers. Plutko, only a 1.23 ERA. The 1-2 to Meadows is fouled away. Meadows working a good at-bat, just trying to stay alive. It's a 2-strike count, though, for him. The 1-2 pitch from Plutko is fouled away. A curveball Meadows couldn't just quite line up. Got enough of a piece to foul it away. Another 1-2 is taken. 9th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. A lot of foul balls. 2 balls and 2 strikes is the even count to Austin Meadows. Bases empty, 1 gone. And that is going to bring the count full. That will make it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kiermaier will bat next, no matter what happens here. Kiermaier, man himself, who has homered. The payoff pitch to Meadows is... Wow, they're going to ring him up. That pitch looked well inside. I would say a good take by Meadows. The home plate umpire a bit emphatic to ring him up. First strikeout for Plutko. As we said, 4 1/3 is all Aaron Cheval can get through. That will bring up Kevin Kiermaier. Kiermaier is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a 2-run homer in the 4th. That tied it up at 4. Meadows got on with a single, and Kiermaier sent a blast into the right field deck. A lot of home run calls here today. Kiermaier takes that pitch inside for ball 1. A nice evening here at the ballpark on this Thursday afternoon here in Cleveland. Still sun in the sky for most of this game. We're at the top of the 5th. The 1-2 to Kiermaier. And they're going to ring him up again. A second strikeout looking for the Rays in this inning. Kevin Kiermaier was irritated at that one. The Rays take a 3-run lead on a 3-run shot. An absolute moonshot by Brandon Lau. They lead 7-4. Bottom of the 5th upcoming. And it is Franmil Reyes coming up, who is 1 for 2 with a solo home run. A couple of men warming up in the Rays pen. Let's see, Oliver Drake. The Rays really need to get McKay through 2. Just a strikeout on the stat line for McKay. An inning pitched. There's a quick 1-2-3 as that one grounded to Wendell, picked up easily. And the throw to first in time to retire Reyes. So he goes down there on the ground out. That one goes 4-3. And with one gun and the bases empty, that will bring up Jose Ramirez. Ramirez 1 for 1 with a home run and has walked. So it's 2 for 2 as far as reaching base. McKay trying to change that trend. The first pitch is in there for strike 1. That pitch just in there, 86 miles an hour. But McKay with good control here so far. That one just a bit outside for ball 1. The pitch now to Ramirez. That one is going to be high. So 2 balls and a strike. The count moves here. McKay's got some work to do against this tough Indians lineup. Really trying to pick a spot where you could hide a reliever, like maybe Fairbanks or even, I don't know, Castillo, who has had some recent troubles. As Ramirez able to check that one, he'll walk. A 1-out walk issued by McKay. A base runner for Cleveland. That'll bring up the center fielder DeShields Jr., who's 1 for 2 with a single. Jose Ramirez has now reached base in all 3 plate appearances. McKay can't afford to get into any type of jam. No offense to him, of course, but Delino DeShields Jr., as far as I can tell, probably the easiest out in this Indians lineup. He struck out in his first at-bat, and then on a bunt, got to first base. It wasn't a bunt single, at least not how I ruled it. It was a barehanded play by Diaz that just dropped right out of his hand as he tried to pick it up to throw. So an error was the only time that he reached base. So 0 for 2. He's down 0-2 to McKay. The pitch is taken inside. An easy take there, no doubt. And then barring a double play, McKay probably will have to face Carlos Santana next, who's no slouch himself. The throw to first not in time, but likely just trying to keep Jose Ramirez's lead at first base short. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Second strikeout for McKay, and there's now 2 gone. You got to take easy outs where you can get them. Second strikeout of the day for DeShields Jr. And with 1 on and 2 out, that'll bring up the switch hitting first baseman Carlos Santana, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. The first pitch to Santana is in there for strike 1. You know you have a good lineup when a man like Carlos Santana is batting 7th. This lineup has pop from 1 through 9. Legitimately no real easy outs. That one taken inside. But McKay, if he can get out of this inning, a bit of an unsung hero. He's through 1 2/3 scoreless. He's got a 2-1 count here to Santana. The pitch is popped up, and the left fielder, Renfroe, is going to go back to the wall. And he's going to make the out on the track to retire the side. That one got interesting. McKay gets out of his second inning clean. 7-4 Rays lead through 5. And to lead things off for the Rays in the 6th, it will be the catcher, Michael Perez, who's 0 for 2. Grounded to second in his last at-bat. He'll face Adam Plutko here. Plutko, no hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Came on, just needing to get 2 outs to get out of the 5th inning. It was a bases empty situation after a 3-run homer by Brandon Lau. Part of a 4-home run effort for Tampa Bay today. The 1-0 pitch here to Perez is going to be outside for ball 2. Hunter Renfroe got the home run party started. Then Austin Meadows, Kevin Kiermaier, and then Brandon Lau was the last one we saw. Bottom part of the Rays lineup, 7, 8, 9, the hitters. But Perez has got a 3-0 count. The pitch here. He takes it for strike 1. Man, it's like these pitchers know that Rays hitters take 3-0 pitches, as that one was right down the middle. Perez, no slouch at the plate. He's 250 this year. Still a good chance he's up in the count 3-1. The pitch here from Plutko. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So now after going up 3-0, it's a full count now. Plutko, I suppose, just trying to give innings for Cleveland to just keep them in it. They're down 3 runs here in the 6th. The payoff pitch to Perez. And they're going to say he couldn't check his swing. So he's out on strikes. 3rd of those for Plutko. Could have been an easy walk. But they're going to say Perez went around. As he goes down on strikes for the first time today. And with 1 out and the bases empty, that'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Yandy Diaz. This is not garbage time by any means, as that doesn't necessarily exist in baseball. But in a time where you just want to get low leverage at-bats to these kind of guys to try and get them up. Not a bad spot for Diaz, as he's going to line that one, and it's going to get down to the wall. He's going to try and stretch it for 2, and he will get there in time for a standing up double. A one-out double for Yandy Diaz, just his 2nd extra base hit of the season, as he tries to get heated back up. A nice liner off of Plutko there to get things moving for the Rays. And with a 3-run lead, they got a runner in scoring position for Willy Adames, who is 1 for 2 himself. First hit of the day allowed by Plutko. Adames takes that pitch for a ball. And of course, you want runs where you can get them. As with the bullpen the way it is, you're going to need it. But this is a good chance in a low leverage spot to get a guy like Willy Adames his confidence up. He's batting 9th in the lineup today. He's got a hit, so he's, like we said, no slouch per se. But an RBI here you would think would really boost his confidence. He's played a good shortstop in the field, no doubt. A plus defender. He's got a 1-1 count here. He's going to take it easily for ball 2. Diaz taking a sizable lead at second base. Plutko looks at him. The 2-1 to Adames is swung on and lined foul. Adames at the very least making good contact and driving up Plutko's pitch count. 27th pitch upcoming. It's going to be another foul ball. So the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rays looking to snap a 2-game losing streak. The 2-2 pitch is low. So the Rays go back to the top of their lineup next. Joey Wendell, who singled in his last at-bat, will come up. barring anything crazy. The payoff pitch here to Wendell is outside for ball 4. It was to Adames, I mean. So full pitch walk will put runners at first and second for the Rays here. For the leadoff man, Willy Adames. It is the first walk issued by Plutko. A nice at-bat worked by Adames. Wendell, 1 for 3, a pair of strikeouts and a single. It's got a runner in scoring position. 30th pitch upcoming for Plutko. That one taken. Wendell, 429 with runners in scoring position. Hasn't played a whole lot, mainly just against righties, as Brandon Lau has taken a stronghold at that second base position. But Brandon Lau getting a bit of a break. He's DHing today. A part of a crowded infield group. Daniel Robertson, a guy who hasn't had much time either. Although Robertson is only batting 125 in limited at-bats. The lefty Wendell faring much better. Wendell always an underrated bat. He's leading off here today. He's got a 2-0 count against Plutko. The pitch is taken low for ball 3. As the catcher, Perez, motioning as if just to try and calm Plutko down. He's at 32 pitches, so I'm not sure it's a nerves thing. His arm could just be shot. Wendell trying to work a walk. The 3-0 is going to be low for ball 4. So just like that, with only 1 gone, that walk will load the bases. I would expect Cleveland to make a pitching change here, unless they're just going to leave Plutko out to dry. It's his second straight walk. And it will be Hunter Renfroe out to face Plutko. Renfroe with a home run to get things started in the first inning. Part of an early inning stretch that just sent the leads going back and forth on long bombs. The All-Star game was here in Cleveland just a season ago. Looked to be a home run derby here today. 4 home runs apiece. As with the bases loaded, Renfroe takes that pitch outside. Renfroe's just 222 on the season with runners in scoring position. Not bad considering a guy like Lau is just 84 or something like that, 087. But a base hit would probably drive in another 2 runs and extend this Rays lead. Would be detrimental in helping out this bullpen, as Renfroe is going to foul that one away. Barring a double play, which is certainly a possibility, Ji-Man Choi would bat next. The 1-1 pitch now is going to be taken high. I mean, they are really leaving Plutko out to dry. I understand that he could be just pitching around the slugger Renfroe, but, I mean, that pitch was not even close. There's no strategy to walking in a run. You're just going to have to face another slugger and Choi up next. The 2-1 to Renfroe gets that one in the zone. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count to Renfroe here. 38th pitch upcoming for Plutko. Bases loaded with 1 out. As he's going to pick up a strikeout there. His 4th. To get Renfroe out on strike. So with the bases loaded, gets another out away from getting out of the game. He needs just 1. And that will bring up the first baseman, Ji-Man Choi. That was, by the way, the 2nd straight strikeout for Renfroe, as he has cooled off following that early home run. Choi is 1 for 2 with a single, has also walked as he takes that first pitch low. One thing I will say about Choi this season, and at least in the last couple series, he's had a very good batting eye as far as taking pitches. He's been playing higher in the lineup. The 3 spot looks to be a good home for him, as he's gotten good at getting on base, and he drives that one. And the center fielder chasing, and he's going to take him out to the track, but retire him. The Rays get the bases loaded with only 1 out. Plutko manages to get out of it. Rays will have to hold on to their 7-4 lead going to the bottom of the 6th. Coming out in the 6th inning for Cleveland, it will be Domingo Santana. Santana with a home run and a strikeout. He's got a 10-game hitting streak. I've said a lot of things like this, as by the way, McKay started third inning. You know it's a good lineup when a guy who just extended his hitting streak to 10 games is batting 8th in the lineup. He's going to get a leadoff single right there to get things started for Cleveland. His second hit of the day. I'm a little bit questioning of that decision to bring McKay out for a third. He gives up his first hit. I guess with the bottom part of the lineup, just see if he can get a couple extra outs. He's going to have to face... Well, I guess have to face. He will face the catcher, Roberto Perez. Perez has got a single in this one. The first pitch to him is low for ball one. Would love to see a double play ball here. Rays with a 3-run lead, but by no means does it feel comfortable. We're only in the 6th inning, and with this Indians lineup loaded top to bottom, they can strike at any time. As that pitch is flying out, Renfroe is going to go back, and he's going to stop at the track by the wall to retire Perez. Santana will stay at first base, so there's one gone. An unproductive out for the catcher. Back to the top of the lineup, the Indians go. It's Cesar Hernandez, who's 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. The first pitch to Hernandez is going to be high for ball one. Brendan McKay right now in 2 1/3. 1 hit allowed, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. So this is only his second base runner. It's only his 30th pitch upcoming, but he's been heavily worked in the past couple of days, as that one is going to get down for a base hit right over Joey Wendell. And the Indians are going to have runners at the corners. Santana stretching to third on that base hit by Hernandez. It's Hernandez's first hit of the day, second allowed by Brendan McKay. So now he's gotten himself into a bit of a jam. A double play ball by Mercado would get them out of it, as he's going to take Kiermaier deep. He's going to go back to the track, and he's going to catch it. That will score a run. But luckily it wasn't 3, as that ball did not get out of the park. It'll be a sacrifice fly for Oscar Mercado, as the Indians cut the Rays' lead to just 2. Rowe and Alvarado warming up in the bullpen. It's a bit early to be doing that. Hopefully McKay can get out of this one. That one is going to be taken for a ball. A check swing by Lindor. It is the righty Rowe, the lefty Alvarado. Hopefully we won't have to see either of them until the 7th. I would probably... Well, actually, the way things are going, I would start with Alvarado in the 7th, go to Rowe in the 8th. There's no point in playing matchups because all of these hitters in the lineup are good. But Chaz Rowe has been a bit better in late game situations, I would say. McKay just needing one more out to get out of his 3rd inning. He's given up a run, but in 3 innings, and with the lead the Rays have, that's certainly a somewhat heroic performance for the lefty. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and fouled away. So, McKay just a strike away from getting out of it. He's got to get Francisco Lindor away, though. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Brendan McKay picks up his 3rd strikeout. He gets through his 3rd inning, giving up just 1 run. The Rays hold a 2-run lead. It's 7-5 Rays through 6. And on for the Indians, it's Dominic Leone. 6 appearances, a 2.84 ERA for him. He's the second man out of the pen after that long appearance for Plutko that had him over 30 pitches. Brendan Lau, the DH, will come up first. Lau is 1 for 3, a pair of strikeouts, and a home run, as he grounds that one right to the second baseman. The throw to first is in time. A routine put out for Brandon Lau, so 1 pitch, 1 out for Dominic Leone here in the 7th. I have a feeling 2 runs aren't going to be enough for the Rays today. A fellow face, a familiar face, Hunter Wood, is warming up in the bullpen for Cleveland. be a bit interesting to see him. It's been a while. I believe we saw him at least in one Cleveland series last season. I believe that was the one in Cleveland. The Rays had a 4-game sweep of the Indians at Tropicana Field in August. I believe one game was in the 1st of September last year. As that one is going to be sent out to deep center, caught by the center fielder, to Shields. And there's 2 gone just like that.
The center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
And that will bring up Kevin Kiermaier, who is 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts, and a home run. Part of 4 today for the Rays. That one, I believe, was a 2-run shot that scored Meadows from first as well. Kiermaier swinging and missing at that first pitch. That pitch driven foul by Kiermaier for strike 2. I know it's a bit early to start counting outs, but bear with me. You would gotta think that McKay's gonna be out. It'll be Reyes, Ramirez, and DeShields to come up in the 7th, as that's a strikeout for Kevin Kiermaier, his 3rd of the day. 7th inning stretch time. Rays lead 2. It's 7-5. It is Oliver Drake out of the pen for Tampa Bay. In 7 appearances, 5 innings pitched, he's got a 5.40 ERA. He's going to face the middle part of this Indians order. He's the 2nd man out of the pen. I would say that Kevin Cash is managing this bullpen as good as he possibly can. He got 3 innings out of McKay, matching, I believe, the 3 runs that Taylor Glasnow got. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it was just 3. So Oliver Drake will face Franmil Reyes first. He had a home run, as has 3 other Indians today. That one is going to be foul for strike 1. He's 1 for 3 with that homer. As we mentioned, Reyes, Jose Ramirez, and Delino DeShields to come up in this inning. In the 7th inning, as that one is hot off the bat, chased by the left fielder Renfroe, and he is going to watch that one go. And just like that, the Rays' lead is cut to just 1 run. It's 7-6 after that solo shot. 2nd of the day for Franmil Reyes. The 5th home run of the day for the Indians. And things get really interesting. First hit Drake gives up. He makes it count as he gives up a home run. Hasn't gotten any outs. And I would think if somehow Drake can get out of this inning without giving up any more runs, it's immediate call to the A bullpen. Nick Anderson is certainly fresh after having the last couple of days off. I wouldn't try Diego Castillo as he took the loss in the 11th yesterday. But you do have Chazro and Alvarado, and I would be willing to use one of them now. I would put on Chazro here. And then see if you can stretch him into the 8th. And if you can't, let Alvarado have 3 outs. And then you have Nick Anderson in the 9th. Drake has got a 2-0 count to Jose Ramirez. That one is inside for ball 3. I mean, this could get really bad in a hurry. DeShields Jr. is on deck. Indians crowd on their feet. The 3-0 pitch from Drake is taken for strike 1. And the Rays in the 8th, they're going to, as far as offensively, they're going to be batting the bottom part of their order. It'll be Perez, Diaz, and Adames. In a situation that is obviously more high leverage than it was the last time they were up. As that's going to be a walk to Jose Ramirez. second straight time that he's walked. Third today. As I guess he's a king at working the walk. Second base runner allowed by Drake. If you got the home run. DeShields putting down the bunt. It's going to be foul. As he tries to move over the tying run in scoring position. I would expect him to try it again. Drake thrown back to first. To keep Ramirez there. To keep his lead short. DeShields is 0 for 3. Reached base on an error. Has struck out twice. The 0-1 pitch. He puts down the bunt again, but it's outside. Probably by design. DeShields pulls the bunt back. Indians trying to go small ball here. He'll probably put down the bunt again. He does. And it's going to be popped right up to the catcher, Perez. So an unproductive out on a failed bunt attempt by Delino DeShields Jr. He moves to 0 for 4 on the day. So there's one gone in the 7th. And with Carlos Martinez up, if Drake can get a ground ball, that would put the double play in possibility. He takes that first pitch for strike one. Carlos Santana, the switch hitting first baseman, one of the Indians' better hitters. Not today, though. He is 0 for 2, but has worked a walk, so he's reached base once. The 0-1 pitch from Drake swung on and missed. So he's down 0-2 in the count here. Oliver Drake in this high leverage spot. He's holding a 1-run lead. The Indians have the go-ahead run, or the tying run, I should say, at first base. The 0-2 pitch, Santana is low, and a good block by Perez to keep the runner at first. It is Jose Ramirez at first base. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and popped up. Chased by the left fielder Renfroe. He will get there in time. He'll be under it. So there's two gone. The runner will stay at first. So another unproductive out for Carlos Santana. Another F7 for him. That'll bring up Domingo Santana. Probably one of the last guys you want to see. He's in a 10-game hitting streak. He's batting over 400. He's 2 for 3 today with a home run and a single. Has struck out, though. As that throw to the first is a bit off. G-Man Choi coming off the first base bag. Trying to keep Ramirez's lead at first as short as possible. The first pitch to Santana is swung on and it found the gap. It'll be a 2-out single to advance the runner to second base. So the Indians in the 7th inning get the tying run in scoring position on the third hit of the day for Domingo Santana. Boy, is he red hot. Rays being aggressive. They're going to move to Peter Fairbanks in 3 appearances. He's got a 0 ERA. 2 2/3 of scoreless ball. Oliver Drake will leave with 2 hits allowed and a walk. Gave up a solo shot. Peter Fairbanks, the third man out of the pen for the Rays. He'll face the catcher Perez first. They're good news for him. There's 2 outs. So although 2 men on could be daunting, even a ground ball could get him out of it. I would assume this is just going to be his only spot. I wouldn't think he would come out for an 8th, as that one is going to be foul. So the catcher Perez is down 0-2 in a hurry. Just the third pitch upcoming for Fairbanks. He's just 1 strike away from getting out of this. The 0-2 is swung on and missed. Fairbanks gets a strikeout of the catcher Perez. His only batter face, he strikes him out to get out of a jam in the 7th. Rays lead 7-6 through 7. And leading off things here in the 8th with a 1-run lead, it is the catcher Perez. As we mentioned in the last inning, it will be the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9. Perez, Diaz, Adames. The first pitch to Perez is in there for strike 1. Indians keep on Dominic Leone. They have the righty Simber, the lefty Perez. So I guess Hunter Wood out of play here for this first game, but with another 3 games upcoming, I'm sure we will see him at some point. The former opener, one of them. Ryan Stanek, the most notable one. Rays clinging to a 1-run lead. They're going to have to face the top of the lineup. As that ball is going to be thrown to first. Oh, wait, the first baseman Santana is off the bag. It's going to be an error charged to the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. The catcher Perez reaches base for the first time today on an error. He's going to be 0 for 4, though. But good hustle to run it out. That'll bring up Yandy Diaz, who is 1 for 3. Singled in his last at-bat. As the Rays looking for some desperately needed insurance runs. That one is fouled away. I'm not super familiar with Cleveland's bullpen, but it looks to me that this is not their A pen. As that one is flied out, chased by the center fielder DeShields. He'll get there in time, though. As Perez will have to stay at first base, an unproductive out for Diaz. Perez is a bit slow. If they really wanted to get aggressive, they could have pinch ran and then put on the bunt play. But maybe didn't feel super comfortable doing that with Yandy Diaz. Now that would probably be out of play with 1 out. And the fact that they still haven't pinch ran for Perez tells me that they wouldn't do that. With 1 on and 1 out, the shortstop Willie Adames will bat. Swings at the first pitch. He sees, and it will get down for a base hit. The right fielder dove in, missed. It's going to roll back to the wall. A bit of a jam on the base path. Adames is going to stay at second. Perez moves to third. It's going to be a double. They are going to call it a double, the 4th of the year for Adames. That puts runners at second and third with only 1 out. A great play by Adames, the right fielder for Cleveland, for Emil Reyes. Dove and missed as that ball rolls all the way back to the wall. Back to the top of the lineup. Do the Rays go? It is Joey Wendell. Joey Wendell is 1 for 3. 2 strikeouts, a single, and worked a walk in his last at-bat. I believe, as in the last time he did it, a walk here would load the bases again. Swings at that first pitch. It's going to go foul. Wendell is 4-29 with runners in scoring position. A knock here would drive in 2. Would certainly help the Rays out a bunch. But a potential pop fly in the outfield would probably score Perez from third to add an insurance run. Wendell able to check his swing there. The 2-1 pitch upcoming to Wendell. It's on its way from Leon. It's swung on a driven. The right fielder is going to go back. And he's going to catch it at the wall. It will easily score Perez. So a sacrifice fly on a ball that went all the way out to the wall. That's going to give the Rays an insurance run. They lead 8-6. And with 2 gone, they have another run 90 feet away. Textbook sacrifice fly for Joey Wendell. Something he is known to do. Good execution. Hunter Renfroe now. He's going to need a base hit with 2 outs, but it would score another run. The Rays lead by 2. As we mentioned, takes that first pitch low. And as I am inclined to mention, the top of the lineup for Cleveland, it'll be Cesar Hernandez, Oscar Mercado, and Francisco Lindor. And the way things have lined up, believe it or not, that is not the strongest part of their lineup. That will probably come in the 9th. Franmil Reyes, Jose Ramirez, Delino DeShields Jr. And then if it comes to the 7 and 8 spots, it'll be Carlos Santana and Domingo Santana. I would expect either Chaz Rowe or Jose Alvarado to be on in the next inning, with Nick Anderson 1,000% in play in the 9th. The 2-2 to Renfroe is swung on and missed. So the Rays pick up an insurance run on a sacrifice fly by Joey Wendell. They lead now 8-6. Rays with 6 outs left to get. It is Chaz Rowe out of the pen for Tampa Bay. and 4 appearances. No decisions for him this season, a 2.45 ERA. He is the 4th man out of the pen for the Rays. Known for his nasty slider, they have Anderson and Alvarado warming up in the bullpen. A short leash probably with Rowe, as he has been prone to some walks. He got into a jam, I believe, his last time up against Boston. I believe that was yesterday, in fact. He's going to face Cesar Hernandez first. Hernandez is 1 for 4 with a single and a couple of strikeouts. Rays 6 outs left from getting back in the win column. They're 4 games under 500. 5 games back in first place. You're going to need to get a winning tradition established in a hurry before the Yankees run away with this division. We're only in early April, but these things happen just that quickly. That pitch swung on and missed. The righty Anderson, the lefty Alvarado warming. Rays trying to take the momentum early in this series. It's a 4-game set. These teams are going to get to know each other quite well by the time it's over. The final series of this opening road trip for the Rays, as Rowe gets a swing and a miss there. Tyler Glasnow only giving the Rays 3 innings today. The bullpen once again has come up big, as Rowe gets a swing and a miss of the leadoff man Hernandez. It's his 3rd strikeout of the day. First for Chaz Rowe, and there's 1 gone here in the 8th. 5 outs left. Up next is the DH Oscar Mercado. Mercado with a home run. That's his only hit of the day. That one is low and dropped by Perez. He's 1 for 3. With a solo home run. The 1-0 pitch to him here is swung on and missed. A dirty, nasty slider got Mercado to chase. Indians lineup falling for it here. The 1-1 pitch now. It swung on and popped up, chased by the center fielder Kiermaier. He will get there in time to retire the 2nd out. It's a clean inning so far for Rowe. Mercado goes down. It will be Francisco Lindor to come up next. Lindor is 0 for 3 with a strikeout and has walked. So he's reached base once. If you ask most of the Indians faithful, they'd probably say this man at the plate is the face of the franchise, the star shortstop. Swung on and missed. There has made an error in the field once today. That was a play that allowed Michael Perez to reach base a few innings ago. That was part of a bases loaded jam that Adam Plutko got in and got out of on a couple of strikeouts. Was Renfroe and then I believe a flyout of Choi. Lindor has got a 2-1 count to Chaz Rowe here. 12th pitch for Rowe upcoming. He's got 1 out left to get in this inning. The Rays hold a 2-run lead, as that one is fouled away for strike 2. So now Rowe just a strike away from getting out of it. The beauty of that insurance run is if you're a guy like Rowe, feel free to leave those sliders over the plate if you feel like you need to. A solo shot isn't going to give up the lead. The 2-2 pitch is inside for ball 3. Rowe certainly looking to avoid a walk, as I know he would just love to get out of this inning clean. The payoff to Lindor is going to be way high for ball 4. So Lindor will walk. It's a 2-out walk issued by Rowe. That'll bring up the cleanup man for Emil Reyes, who has homered twice today. Not what you want to see. And that's the kind of predicament a walk can put you in. As we mentioned, Reyes 2 for 4. He's got 2 runs batted in. Both were solo shots. A 1 here would tie the game. The first pitch to Reyes is swung on and fouled away. You get a little nervous when you see a fastball in the middle of the plate. That one was high, but still. with a guy that certainly knows how to hit home runs. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. That nasty slider back into play for Rowe. He's now 1 strike away once again from getting out of it. He come on to take the 8th. Can he get out of it clean? The 0-2 pitch to Reyes. That one taken inside for ball 1. Remember, you'll be able to watch all the highlights of this game after it's released. All standings. As Reyes gets rung up there. Chaz Rowe gets out of it. He gets out of the inning clean. Holds on to a 2-run lead as the Rays lead 8-6 through 8. On for the Indians, it's Oliver Perez in 2 appearances, 2 innings pitched, no runs allowed, as he looks to hold the Rays' lead to just 2. Top of the 9th, Simber and Hunter Wood warming in the pen. He'll face G-Man Choi first. It'll be Choi, Lau, and Meadows to come up, so potential for more insurance runs. The first pitch to Choi is swung on and driven. The right fielder Reyes goes back, and it's gone. Another G-Man Choi home run, his 2nd of the year, to give the Rays another insurance run. They lead now 9-6. He makes his 2nd hit of the day count against the pitcher Perez. And with the bases empty and no outs, that will bring up the cleanup hitter, the DH Brandon Lau. Lau is 1 for 4 with a home run. Has struck out twice. I would say the Rays had gotten everything they've asked for in this inning, just an insurance run. But obviously be willing to take some more. They lead 9-6. As that one is absolutely crushed, but foul. It looks like these Rays hitters have a good read on this guy Perez. He's already failed his situation of holding the Rays scoreless in the 9th. They're going to leave him in, though, at least for the time being. The 0-1 to Lau is swung on and missed. A bit of a lengthy windup for him, as he kind of twists his upper body, has his eyes looking towards second base, and then all in an instant whips his entire body back around. You'll see it here on the 0-2. He twists, looks back, and throws, and it's low for ball 1. Certainly one of the more interesting pitching windups we've seen this year. Rays known for their unconventional kind of arm positioning. Guys like Oliver Drake. The 1-2 to Lau is swung on and fouled away. Rays with a 3-run lead have 3 outs just left to get. It's still a safe situation, so I would still expect Nick Anderson to be on. It makes the most sense here, as if you're only going to bring him in safe situations, you might as well give Alvarado and Castillo a day off to try and get them refreshed, as you may need them tomorrow with Yanni Chirinos on the bump. That put out of Lau will bring up Austin Meadows. Meadows is 2 for 4 with a home run and a single. The first pitch to him is high. I forgot to mention that solo shot by G-Man Choi now brought the Rays' home run total in this game to 5. 1 for Renfroe, 1 for Choi, 1 for Lau, 1 for Meadows, and 1 for Kiermaier. Wendell almost took one deep as well. He took the right fielder Reyes out to the wall. It ended up being a sacrifice fly anyway, so it did score a run, picking up an RBI. The 1-1 to Meadows is outside for ball 2. I don't know about you, but as far as I'm concerned, I love the insurance run. I'm ready to get to the bottom of the ninth and get this save. Perez prolonging things a little bit. The 2-1 here to Meadows is in there for strike 2. Middle part of the order here, it'll be Kiermaier next, no matter what happens here. The base is empty and 1 out. The 2-2 pitch to Meadows is on its way, and it's swung on and fouled away. Not in play for any of the Indians fielders. It will fall foul. 12th pitch upcoming for Perez, only the second batter he's faced. This has been a lengthy at-bat. See if Meadows can pay it off. He's already got a home run today. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. That ball would have been high. Meadows cannot lay off, and it'll be a strikeout for Perez. And there's 2 gone in the ninth. And with the bases empty and 2 gone, that'll bring Kevin Kiermaier to the plate. The ultimate boomer bust today. 3 strikeouts and a home run. No in between. The first pitch to him is outside for ball 1. It's been a great game so far today. A lot of exciting home runs. We'll see you no matter what happens here tomorrow in Cleveland. Tomorrow night, it will be Yonny Chirinos on the bump for the Rays. That pitch swung on and missed by Kiermaier. Perez just needing a couple more strikes to get out of this. 15th pitch upcoming for Perez. The 1-1 is swung on and fouled away. So now officially, Perez just a strike away. I'm sure Kiermaier, for just pride's sake, would like to avoid striking out for a 4th time. He has made things count with a 2-run homer. Kiermaier swings and misses at a low pitch there. So it will be the Rays picking up an insurance run on a solo shot by Ji-Man Choi. The next 3 batters go down. It is 9-6 with the Indians down to their final 3 outs. It is the closer, Nick Anderson, to come out for the Rays. In 4 appearances, he is 3 for 4 in save opportunities, a high 9.82 ERA. In only 3 2/3 innings pitched, he will face Jose Ramirez first. It'll be Jose Ramirez, Delino DeShields Jr., and Carlos Santana, the middle part of this order. He'll face a couple of absolute sluggers. As that first pitch is popped up, going to be chased by Kiermaier, and he'll get there on a running catch to retire Ramirez on the first pitch. So just like that, there is 1 gone. That will bring up Delino DeShields Jr., who is 0 for 4. He's reached base on an error and has a couple of strikeouts. Nick Anderson is the 6th pitcher on for the Rays today, the 5th out of the pen. Tyler Glasnow only going 3, because that one is in there for strike 1. Been an interesting last couple days as far as the pitching matchups are concerned for cash. Blake Snell went only 4 yesterday. Glasnow could only give the Rays 3 here today, as that one is swung on and missed. I believe it will be Brendan McKay in line for the win, but I can't be for sure. I know Aaron Cheval is in line for the loss, as DeShields is out on strikes, and there's 2 gone. Nick Anderson looks good in that closer spot here today. Looking for his 4th save of the season. Gets the strikeout of DeShields Jr. And down to their final out, it is Carlos Santana, who is 0 for 3 with a walk, as that first pitch is low for a ball. It's been a great game today for both sides. 4 home runs, I believe, for Cleveland, including 1 inside the park. 5 home runs for the Rays. As the Indians down to their final out, the Rays lead 9-6. The 1-0 pitch is outside for ball 2. Rays looking to get back into the win column. This win today would bring them within 3 games back of 500. They're 5 back of the Yankees. The 2-0 pitch to Santana is low for ball 3. So Santana working a good at-bat. He's taking some pitches. He's up in the count. 3 balls to no strikes. He represents the Indians' final out. The 3-0 pitch from Anderson is in there for strike 1. That fastball in the in the middle upper part of the plate at 97 miles an hour. He's got a fastball for sure. He's the Rays closer. Jose Alvarado and Diego Castillo got the day off today. After 3 innings of Glasnow, it's been McKay, Drake, Fairbanks for an out, Chaz Rowe in an eighth, and now Nick Anderson in the ninth. The 3-1 is in there for strike 2. It's a full count, but now the Indians down to their final strike. As the Rays looking to take the first game of this series. The first of 4 games to come up here in Cleveland. The payoff pitch. Fouled away. Count will remain full. '11th pitch upcoming for Anderson. It's been a relatively easy ninth. The payoff pitch to Santana. Fouled away. Count will stay full. Santana perhaps delaying the inevitable. Nick Anderson trying to get his 4th save. The payoff pitch. And they're going to say that that one was checked. It's going to walk on a full count. Nick Anderson walks Santana. And he will extend the Indians' life in the 9th. It will be Domingo Santana. Santana 3 for 4, 2 singles, a home run, and a strikeout. He extended his hitting streak to 10 games in a home run in his first at bat. That's a way to do it for sure. The first pitch to him is inside for ball 1. That insurance run certainly helped because without it, Domingo Santana would represent the tying run. He does not here, though. It is Roberto Perez on deck. That is the tying run. The would-be tying run. Santana with a whopping .429 average on the year. He's off to an exceptional start, only batting 8th in the lineup today. Bit of a weird placement here. Wonder if it'll be similar tomorrow against another right-handed starter in Yanni Chirinos. It'll be Chirinos tomorrow, Yarbo the day after that, and as we said, Charlie Morton on the getaway. That'll be nice to see. The 2-1 here is swung on and missed, and once again, Anderson has the Indians down to their final strike. It is a 2-2 count to the left fielder, Domingo Santana. 17th pitch upcoming for Anderson. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the Rays win. They get back in the win column. They advance to 5-8 on the season. It is a 9-6 win over the Cleveland Indians in the first game of the series. Brendan McKay will pick up the win. Anderson with his 4th save. The Rays inch a little bit closer to 500. A nice win here today. 5 home runs for the offense. An all-around victory for the Rays. We'll see you tomorrow.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rays, 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base.